There's no way carbon dioxide's a pollutant. Every living thing needs carbon to grow, and heck, I'm breathing it out right now, right? Vitamins are good, but taking too many can be bad for us. Food is good, but gobbling up too much of it and the wrong kind can lead to obesity. And carbon dioxide is good. It's one of the heat-trapping gases that naturally keeps our planet at just the right temperature for life. But too much of it is a problem, and that's what we have now. Pollutants are defined as substances that directly affect human health. When you say the words air pollution to most people, though, the first picture that pops into our head is a cloud of smog blocking out a city, or people in China wearing face masks as they walk down a crowded street jammed with cars. It's true, carbon dioxide didn't formally used to be listed as a pollutant. But during the administration of President George W. Bush, 12 American states and 3 cities sued the Environmental Protection Agency to get them to agree that carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases are pollutants. Why? Because then they could be regulated under the Clean Air Act. In 2007, following a 4-year legal battle, the U.S. Supreme Court heard the case known as Massachusetts versus the Environmental Protection Agency, and it ruled 5-4 that carbon dioxide and other heat-trapping gas emissions do qualify as air pollutants under the Clean Air Act. Why? Because carbon dioxide does impact our health indirectly in at least 7 different ways. Let's start counting. The first is the most obvious, through changing the risk of heat extremes. As more and more carbon dioxide and other heat-trapping gases build up in the atmosphere, we're seeing an increase in both the average temperature of the globe as well as the high temperature extremes. There's also a decrease in cold extremes, which is good for northern countries because more people often die from extreme cold than extreme heat in those places. But even for northern countries, more frequent heat waves in the summer can translate directly into more deaths from heat exposure, as well as more cases of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. And for some of the truly massive heat waves that have occurred in recent decades, the mortality estimates can be devastating. Over 70,000 premature deaths in the 2003 European heat wave, 56,000 in the 2010 Russian heat wave, and 5,000 in a pair of heat waves that occurred in India and Pakistan in 2015. Number 2 is air pollution. Warmer temperatures speed up the reactions that turn emissions of ozone precursors from tailpipes in industry into dangerous ground-level ozone. It's no accident that some of the worst air quality days often happen when the temperature is highest. Climate change is also changing our weather patterns to make the formation of ground-level ozone more frequent across the United States. And it's leading to bigger wildfires and longer wildfire seasons, which can kill or injure people as well as put more soot into the atmosphere. Number 3 is icky. It's the spread of vector-borne disease. Ooh, no one likes to be bitten by mosquitoes or fleas or ticks. But climate change is widening the range of these pests, which carry infectious diseases that can be caught by people and animals. As our seasons warm across North America, incidents of West Nile, Lyme disease, even dengue are all on the rise, as warmer temperatures allow the animals and the insects that carry these diseases to thrive in a broader range. Take Lyme disease, for instance. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency actually tracks cases of Lyme disease, which is a bacterial infection spread by ticks, as one of its climate change indicators. And cases of Lyme disease in the U.S. have doubled since 1991, as the ticks have expanded their range northward, even into Canada, thanks to warmer temperatures. The fourth is something we might not think that much about. It's the role of climate change in spreading waterborne disease. According to the World Health Organization, over 3 million people die every year already from waterborne illness, which can be caused by bacteria, viruses, and even toxins. Most of these people are children. And at any given time, it's estimated that nearly half the population in the developing world may be suffering from some type of waterborne disease. What's the connection to climate? Well, heavy precipitation is on the rise, and outbreaks of waterborne illness can spike after a heavy rainfall event. More frequent heavy downpours can sweep runoff from farms and cities into rivers, lakes, and the ocean, leading to algal blooms that thrive in warmer waters. These blooms can sicken fish and shellfish, as well as the people that consume them. And warming waters also mean that waterborne diseases can expand their range. Vibrio vulnificus, a bacterium typically found in waters from Texas to Maryland, is now flourishing at higher latitudes where it has never before been seen. So all this seems pretty bad, but we've got a few more to go. And here's number 5, extreme weather and climate events. As we talk about in our global weirding episode on how all this extreme weather we're seeing isn't anything new, is it? Rising temperatures are increasing the risk of many types of extreme weather events that directly affect people's health and safety. What types of events? Well, we're seeing stronger hurricanes, like Hurricane Maria, that's estimated to have directly caused over 4,000 deaths in Puerto Rico, as well as knocking out the power grid for much of the island. Or naturally occurring monsoons that, when they're supercharged by a warmer world, can put 1/3 of an entire country like Bangladesh underwater, destroying homes and displacing millions of people. Then there's number 6, how carbon dioxide and climate change affects our brains. Yes, you heard that right. It's true that breathing in carbon dioxide in small quantities is not dangerous, but new research has showed that elevated levels, such as may occur indoors in poorly ventilated rooms these days, but might be the global average outdoors before the end of the century, can actually decrease our cognitive function. And then there's the fact that those who are exposed to increasing risk of climate and weather disasters can also be at risk from stress, PTSD, mental illness, depression, even suicide. And worry about climate change and the suffering it will bring can induce anxiety and depression in those already concerned about the future of the planet. And last but not least, there's number 7, the potential for climate change to exacerbate conflict and refugee crises. How? It's like a deadly cascade. As the droughts get stronger and sea level rises and floods get bigger, if these occur in places that are already under substantial stress for other reasons, the climate and weather events can be the tipping point that makes an already bad situation spill over into political chaos and even refugee crises. This is why the US Department of Defense considers climate change to be a threat multiplier, because it takes existing risks, including poverty, hunger, disease, lack of access to resources, political conflict and strife, and it amplifies or magnifies them. And when that happens, the results can be devastating. Famines, lack of access to clean water, no access to basic health care, not even a safe place to live. We don't normally think of that as a health impact, but it is. And in my opinion, it may be the biggest one of all. That's why carbon dioxide is a pollutant. Not because we can see the dirt and the smog in the air, but because it has a profound impact on our health in so many different ways. So why do I care about climate change? Because it affects the health of every single one of us here on this planet. Thanks for watching Global Weirding. This episode was brought to you in part by Citizens Climate Lobby. If you have any questions about climate versus weather, let us know during one of our Facebook Live Q&As. And please be sure to check out globalweirdingseries.com for more episodes. See you next time.